Now, if you could smell these, you'd be jumping the fence like a dog on heat, just like my neighbours are. Eating dog should be illegal. What? It is? Well, lucky this is beef, and it tastes that good, it should be illegal. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make Japanese beef kushiyaki. So just sit right back, grab a drink or two, and let's get into it. Oh, and subscribe, like, comment, share, all that sort of stuff. It helps. Hibachi style cooking coming your way once again. You're welcome. Get on the beer timers now, lads. This is a quick cook. For this cook, we're trying to keep it as authentic as we can. Therefore, we're using wooden skewers, specifically bamboo flat skewers called teppanyaki, which literally translates to gun skewer because of their shape. Pew, 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 pew. The tapered skewer has a flat tab at one end, making them easier to hold and to turn. And therefore they won't roll on the grill, allowing you to grill one side at a time. You do need to soak them in water before using them. You'll know when the skewers have soaked long enough because they'll be moist. Smut. It's time to make the kushiyaki sauce, or tare. Into a small pot, you want to add 3 cloves of garlic that have been crushed, a tablespoon of minced ginger, half a cup of white sugar, 2/3 of a cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of drinking sake, 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds, 2 tablespoons of canola oil, and 3 chopped spring onions, green and white bits. And place this over a low heat, and we're going to stir it for around 5 minutes or until that sugar has fully dissolved. And once the sugar is fully dissolved, it's going to be smelling super fragrant, and it's time to just pop it aside and allow it to cool. Then once it's cooled, place it into a container that is big enough to fit your skewers. If you want, you can make the kushiyaki or tare sauce a day or two beforehand. Traditional Japanese beef kushiyaki would see us using a high-end Wagyu beef. But times are tough for people out there, so we're going to be using these porterhouse steaks. These ones I picked up from Mick out of Gippsland Premium Meats, weighing in at 600 grams in total weight. Now, using a sharp knife, we just want to dice these up into 2-centimetre pieces, making perfect little cubes for our skewers. Kushiyaki refers to the style of cooking. Kushi meaning bamboo skewer, and yaki meaning fried or grilled. Once our skewers have reached optimal moistness, we can start sliding our meat over them. I'm not sure. We'll go with smut, keeping the skewers roughly the same size, that way they'll cook more evenly. There is no need to season these skewers before they go on the grill. That's because that marinade or the tare dipping sauce is very salty, just like your mother-in-law. Today, I'm going to be using my Weber Go Anywhere, or GA as they're known, and I'm going to be pairing it up with my 100mm riser and the hibachi grill. I grabbed them both from Rub and Grub over at South Australia. Now, because we're going to be grilling directly over our heat source today, we won't be needing the lid. And we want to get as much oxygen to our fuel as possible, so open all the vents. Carefully put the riser in place, and then we'll 3/4 fill a chimney starter up with lump charcoal. Light it up. Once it's all lashed over, we'll dump that in. Then using an old pair of tongs, we're just going to spread that charcoal out so we get even heat throughout. And we'll carefully put the grill back in place, and we're going to give that 10 minutes to warm up. Now, after 10 minutes, the grill has got very hot and expanded. This opens up all the pores. So what we can now do is get some vegetable oil, and we're going to oil the grate, and in the end, this gives us a non-stick surface. How good was that non-stick tip? Science, people. Now, if you don't have a riser, you're just going to have to turn your skewers a little bit quicker, or let them burn at your call. And now we just want to place the skewers on the grill. And then we'll turn these after 1 minute. We're just trying to get some colour on them at this point. And now both sides have some colour. We're just going to dunk them in the sauce, or the tare. Cover them, spin them around, and back on the grill they go. Don't forget, every minute, just turn them over. We just want them to char up, and we want that sauce to start to caramelise. We definitely don't want these burning. We just want to char them up, and that way they'll stay moist. Smut. Japanese restaurants will use the same tare sauce for generations, just topping it up and boiling it every day to get rid of any bacteria. And they'll also change the container it's in on a regular basis. Today, I'm using a high direct heat to grill with, and all up, this cook's gonna take less than 10 minutes. Or for those of you who like to use my beer timer, you're looking at a 1 beer cook. Cheers. Hey Weber, we all know you're watching. Just reach out and say hi. I don't bite much. The skewers are ready to come off the heat, and how good do they look? That tare has caramelised and these beef skewers are looking perfectly charred. And give these a couple of minutes to cool down before shoving them in your face hole. Now if you're wondering to yourself, that seems like a waste of fuel to just cook such a small amount of food. Well, you can cook these in batches, especially if you've got some friends, or find other uses for the leftover charcoal. I didn't mean that. Of course you've got no friends. You best buy a big bag of marshmallows.